At its simplest, a noun is the name we give to a person, place, animal, thing, or idea. We use these words as essential tools to identify every single thing we encounter in the world around us. But because there are millions of these words, they can't all follow the same set of rules. For a sentence to make sense, different nouns have to perform very different jobs. To keep things organized, we sort nouns into categories based on how they look on the page, how they group together, and whether they represent a physical object you can actually touch. Once you recognize the specific job a noun is doing, the meaning of a sentence comes into sharp focus, almost like looking through a perfectly adjusted camera lens. This screen is full of common nouns. These are general labels for things, rather than names for one specific person or place. Since these refer to generic items, like any city in the world, we don't need to use a capital letter at the beginning. When we talk about a specific named entity, we use a proper noun. These always start with a capital letter to show they are unique. A general boy becomes a specific Tom, and a generic planet becomes our Earth. That one capital letter tells your brain to stop thinking about a general group and focus on one distinct, identifiable individual. Sometimes we need to describe a large group without naming every single member. Listing 20 individual birds one by one would make any conversation feel cluttered. Instead, we use collective nouns. These are single words that represent an entire group of people, places, or things. A collective noun acts like a magnet. The word flock pulls all those scattered birds together into one single organized unit that's easy to talk about. You see this when players become a team, or when a messy bunch of books becomes a pile. Using these words keeps our language clean, letting us communicate about large quantities with just a single word. There are times when a single word isn't enough to describe a specific concept. To solve this, we let two or more words snap together to form a compound noun, a brand new word with its own meaning. These can appear as two separate words like ice cream, one solid word like classmate, or they can be joined by a hyphen like part-time. Compounding gives us an endless way to name new inventions and complex ideas by simply building on the words we already have. This next division is between things that exist in the physical world and things that exist only in our minds. Concrete nouns are objects you can actually interact with. If you can use any of your 5 senses to experience it, it belongs here. You can hear a whistle or see and taste a pizza. These are physical things that occupy space. On the other side, we have abstract nouns. These are ideas, feelings, or states of being. Since these aren't physical, you can't touch them or see them. They don't have a shape or a smell. We use abstract nouns for concepts like love, fear, freedom, and time. While you can't hold these words in your hand, they are the essential vocabulary we use to describe our deepest human experiences. Now we can put it all together. Look at this sentence. Sarah's team showed bravery. Because of the capital letter and specific name, we identify Sarah as a proper noun. The word team is a collective noun because it represents a whole group of people working as one unit. And bravery is an abstract noun, an important idea that we can't physically touch. Recognizing these different categories gives you a powerful set of tools to shape your communication with total precision.